My story began when I was young. I had my family, we were always faithful, church every Sunday, but I myself, I wasn't particularly that into the church. I was there hanging out with friends and not for the real purpose. From then on, I started discovering anxieties and the painful parts of life. It was probably a good 8 to 10 year stretch of alcohol and drug abuse that brought me in very, very deep down places that I don't want or hope anyone would get into, you know? It was really in college when it got to the point where I was so skinny that even my parents, they could barely look at me because they just thought their own son was gonna die. Like, no parent should be able to bury their son, you know? Fortunately, God has a plan for everybody, and not that I knew it at the time, but He still watches over you. And then at the worst point of my life, He probably opened up my eyes to what is now my wife, and we ended up having a beautiful daughter, and ever since then, it's just really changed my life. He's got a purpose for you, and open arms, no matter how much you're sinning or whatever the case may be. Been clean over a year now, and it's a really great feeling. And even though there were struggles after getting clean, ever since I opened the book back up, there's been so many things in my life that I was struggling with that God just opens His arms and helps you with. My anger, my anxiety, my sleeping at night. I would say the biggest thing that opened my eyes to read the Bible was in service here, talking about Micah and how it was written many years before Jesus even came into the picture, and how all the documentation and everything is just so real. It's just incredible. It's just one of those things where you'll be at work at the end of the day and, oh man, I can't wait to read tonight, you know? You gotta get to that chapter, finish up that chapter, wherever you're at. I don't feel alone anymore, even at times where I would before and get anxiety. I know God's with me and He's walking the path with me. Jesus, to me, is our Savior. He put His life on the line for all of us. I believe that God and Jesus are just our protectors. They want the best for us, and Jesus, per se, was our messenger for God's message. I think you should consider a relationship with God because He's someone that will always forgive you. He will always be there for you, no matter what you do. No matter what you've been through, He does have a plan for you. He's got somewhere where you're gonna end up, and if you open your arms and trust in Him, He will get you there even easier. I just want to get baptized just to reclaim my faith for Jesus. I just want to prove back to Him from the years of turning my back that I'm really here for Him. My name's Ryan Benson, and I've decided to follow Jesus.